We're into the heart of the season, and bang, international break. Best time of the year. This is Red Card Radio. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to wherever you're listening from. Thanks for tuning in. This is Red Card Radio. This is our look at the Premier League after match day 29. Right after the international break started. Gentlemen, how are we doing tonight?
Pain.
Okay.
I'm still fantastic. Let's go.
Still fantastic.
What about you? What about you, Mr. Sedberry?
Yeah, how are you feeling, Sean?
Government names, huh?
Government names.
Yes, Mr.
Dang,
Yes, Mr. Greyboys. How are you this evening?
We'll talk
His
about it.
name is the most government grabs, boys.
Ooh. And on that note, let's take a quick look at the Premier League table, as we are accustomed to doing at Red Card Radio. Things have not changed, I think, really at all. City, United, Leicester, Chelsea, Fulham make up the top five. Tottenham, Liverpool, Everton, Arsenal, Villa. Oh, I guess Arsenal are in ninth. That's new. We were in
I think you just had Fulham in fourth.
Fulham's in the top five.
Did I say Fulham?
You said Fulham instead of West Ham.
Oh, well, you know.
What a run they've made.
Quality of the podcast down the drain already.
You guys just turn it off. Tune in next week.
Please don't.
Yeah, don't actually keep listening.
Please listen.
Interact.
I promise. I
Well,
promise it's going to get
we planned
much
to goof
worse.
off this week, boys. So here we are.
But speaking of Fulham, that was a good segue, guys. They're down in 18th still. Yeah. So basically, everything looks very similar to what it has been. Let's get into it. So, a couple of things that we're going to talk about this evening. Like I said earlier, we're in the international break. This is the second worst international break in the international break calendar in the year. First being the one in early September. Just so we got that out there. So things we're going to talk about, we're going to just kind of overview the Premier League because this is primarily a Premier League podcast. We'll talk about a few of the results from last weekend, the FA Cup and the catch-up weekend. We'll have a quick talk about European football. All four of our clubs were involved, past tense. Some change there. And so we'll have a quick chat about that. And then we're going to have some fun. We're calling this our bold predictions segment, where we're just going to have some silly questions and we'll put some things on paper and revisit this in early May at the end of the season to see who was right and who was wrong. So first thing, just kind of overview of the Premier League. We're now 29 and or 30 games in, depending on your team. Is this what you thought the Premier League would look like this year? I'm going to start with you, Tamzy. Is this what you thought the league would look like this year?
What do you think?
I don't know. This is called a lead-in question because I already have a feeling I know what you're going to say, but I want you to tell these lovely people who are listening to us what you.
Who cares about the Premier League anyway? We're here for Champions League ball. I'll see y'all Wednesday.
Okay, Sean.
I'll see you April 9th when we clap Real Madrid 4-0 at the Bernabeu.
Bro, the game's not at the Bernabeu.
Whatever plastic fucking tin pot arena they want to play in, we'll fucking batter them there.
The Bernabeu is under reconstruction right now, so they're playing all their games at that. It looks like the equivalent to
they're Castilla.
Yeah, their training ground or something like that.
Training ground, yeah.
Sean,
Whatever, we'll go clap them there.
Sean, what about yourself? Is this how you thought the Premier League would look after 30 games this year?
I mean, honestly, probably the most surprising is United hanging in at second. I didn't see that coming at all.
Yeah, I agree.
If you lose the league by 19 points, are you really second?
Okay, so they're the leader of the rest. How about that? United are leading the rest of them.
Yeah.
No, United. Yeah, United.
They're stumbling the least.
it just means the rest of the league is shit.
Well, United are on top of the pile of shit, and it's surprising.
Brad, what about yourself?
Yeah, it's definitely been surprising. United up there, and then Liverpool's plague of injuries definitely made this season very easily wrapped up. City are the champs. We thought it might have been close, and we were all calling Liverpool winning it at the beginning until injury struck. Except for Tamzid, of course. He said City all along. So the robots winning, I guess without fans, shouldn't be so surprising.
Yeah, we'll clap on next team.
Yeah, for me, I'm surprised. There are a few certain teams are surprising. City's not surprising. United's surprising. Arsenal, to me, in my opinion, Arsenal were surprising this year. Leeds, I don't think I expected Leeds to be where they are. And Newcastle, also surprising for me this year. So I would say if you asked me in August if what I would think the Premier League would look like, I think City would still be near the top, might be the top, but Liverpool clearly would have been much closer than they are. I would have had Arsenal probably in the 4th or 5th position at this point in the season. So yeah, Aston Villa surprising this year. I think they've played really well, but I guess they're as Tamzid said last week, they're a Jack Grealish injury away from being relegated, and Jack Grealish isn't playing right now, and their form is in the can. So.
And none of us brought up West Ham. West Ham saying 5th.
Yeah, that's true.
With 9 weeks left, that's
You know what? You know how I always say that City are really well equipped to playing in empty stadiums because they have no home fans, right? You know who's another team that's really good? West Ham. Because they play in a soulless fishbowl.
Dude, they play in an aggressive their home fans rioted in the middle of a match 2 years ago.
Yeah, but their home fans also sit 40 yards away from their actual They play in a soulless fishbowl. Their stadium was too big for their fan base to cover, so there's not enough of them anyway, and they sit 50 yards away from the actual game action, so they may as well just stay at home and watch it on TV.
Yeah.
It was like an Olympic stadium.
Yep.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, it is the Olympic stadium.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, they built
ever
it.
since they left Bowling Ground,
They built it for the 2012 Summer Games, and there was actually a big scramble from a lot of clubs trying to get that stadium, and somehow West Ham won out.
They should have given it to a team.
They should. I think Chelsea was in it for a little while. They
should have just given it to Chelsea or something. Hey, these lots don't have enough fans to fill that fucking arena.
True.
70.
I'm sure Roman could have paid for him.
They play in a soulless fishbowl.
But let's talk. You guys want to talk about that Arsenal West Ham game?
Yeah, what a shambles from all around shambles. Just all around shambles.
So
I wasn't gonna watch that game until they scored 3 minutes into the game. I'm like, oh okay,
maybe I want to see this.
That's a tough Sunday for a Hammer fan. The way that game broke down.
I was a tough game for an Arsenal fan. It was not a fun game to watch for me personally.
I don't know. Well, I say that, but West Ham almost scored all 6 goals. Because wasn't it the 3 plus the 2 owns?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess clearly the Lacaz's first shot was off target because they gave it as an own goal. But yeah,
Suchek give it. Suchek take it.
It was a crazy result. I mean, I think I messaged this to you guys after I finished watching the game because I didn't start it on time and it was on Peacock, which meant I had to wait for the entire broadcast to finish. And since I was so upset about this, but I had to wait like 4 hours after the game started to start watching it. But I texted you guys after the game. I think it was a bad draw for both teams in that both teams needed to win the game and neither team did win the game. They both needed to win for different reasons, but it was just a bad draw for both teams. I mean, if you look at if you talk to a team, you say, hey, you're going to go down 3-0 and then you're going to draw the game. That's clearly like, okay, everyone's going to take that result. But from the outset, before the game starts, you say, Arsenal look at this and say, hey, we're in a really good vein of form. We need to keep going. We need to keep pushing up the table. This is West Ham. We're a better team than West Ham. We can take all 3 points. And West Ham's sitting there being like, look, this is all we've got. We're trying to fight for Champions League spots. We're trying to fight for Europa League spots. Arsenal are in 11th or 10th, whenever we were. Like, let's beat these lot. This is a good chance. And West Ham did that, and then they stopped doing that. For whatever reason, they stopped playing in the second half.
Cowards. These English managers are such fucking cowards. They don't ever go for the jugular. That's the reason why they always fucking lose, because they're fucking cowards. They don't ever, go for it when it matters, and then it fucking collapses on them in a heap.
Yeah.
Always.
So, oh.
They should have put 6. They should have actually just gone for it.
They might have. With the way that we were playing in those first 35 minutes.
Yeah, they should have just, actually gone for it. He kept taking players off to put in, Mark Noble. What did he do? Mark Noble in his prime couldn't do anything.
He was trying to get Mark Noble some game time, man.
Mark Noble in his prime couldn't do anything.
Club captain.
Do you want to know how old Mark Noble is?
I think he's
he played in the Euro under 21 Euros with Mesut Ozil. Right? Mesut Ozil was in Germany. The German number 10 ran the show.
Yeah. Oh, we lost Tamsy.
And the English number 10 ran around. That's Mark Noble.
Yeah.
That's the legacy of Mark Noble. He just ran around. I fucking hate English so much.
All right, well then I'll save you from talking about that match anymore, and you can talk about your boy Steve Bruce. Brighton beat Newcastle.
Is this their first 6-pointer they won down at the bottom of the table? I think so.
Period that they won.
I don't know, but there was a big result for. This was a big result for Brighton. It was a big result for Fulham as well, in my opinion. Because Fulham needed Brighton to win this game, just based on the numbers. Because now there's 2 points separate Newcastle and Fulham, and Newcastle have a game in hand. But of course, we all know that Newcastle play Fulham in the final game of the season. So we're here for some spicy match week 38 game. Everyone's going to be watching that game because Fulham's goal difference is 5 goals better than Newcastle. So that could get really interesting. I hope it does. I hope it really does. But do we think that that's going to kind of keep Brighton up, getting that win up to 32 points now? Fulham are at 26. Do you think kind of feel like they're safe now?
I don't think they're out of the woods, but
it helps. They're probably safe just because of how much trash is below them. The 4 teams below them are so much more trash.
I mean, but we're not talking about Sheffield and West Brom.
Right.
It's just Fulham
so
and
the 2 teams below them. Right. So out of those 3, I think Brighton has the best chance of staying up.
No, Brighton's also butt cheeks. None of them have.
I'm not saying they're not butt cheeks, but there's only one extra spot.
We need to have a season where we relegate 6 teams and promote 6. I'm tired of seeing the same 3 teams survive by the skin of their teeth.
I assumed you were gonna go with relegate 6 and only bring up 3 and then keep the league smaller.
Oh my god, yes, 34 team league, yes, Bundesliga style. Let's go. Sick of this.
Yeah, so they're clearly going to be candidates for relegation next year. 100% they're going to be candidate for relegation next year, but I think they're safe. I mean, I guess Fulham could take at least 6 points. I would take 7 points over the next 9 games or 8 games for them, but are Brighton not going to pick up any points over their next 9 games? I doubt it.
Very well possible.
Of course, it's possible, but I'm going to stake money.
It's not even unlikely. It's very likely.
All right, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think Brighton's out of the woods. They're only 6 points out of relegation.
You can pick Brighton to be relegated in the section below.
I don't think Brighton will.
But there's only one spot left.
That last spot is so flex.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't think they're safe. I just don't think any of these four are safe.
Okay.
Yeah, and lumping Burnley in there too. Yeah,
I'm lumping Burnley in here too. I think none of these four are safe.
I think you don't get to safe until Southampton Wolves.
Well, Southampton have the same number of points as Burnley. Why?
They're safer than Burnley. I can tell you that.
I think Southampton.
I mean, they have better players. They have
their
system is better, but all right.
Yeah,
I guess we'll see. Let's talk about Europe. Brad, Tamzid. Well, we'll let Tamzid sit down first. All right, we'll go back. We'll talk about Europe. So, Brad, Tamzid, you guys are into the quarterfinals. Your teams are into the quarterfinals of the Champions League. You guys are also drawn on the same semi-final side. Is this a eventual Chelsea-Liverpool semi-final coming up?
Another Chelsea-Liverpool semi-final? This is just football heritage.
I mean,
another Chelsea clapping in a semi-final. Let's go.
So first, Liverpool are going to have to progress past Real Madrid.
We shouldn't be a problem. Smash them.
Yeah, but
yes,
this is not even going to be fair. Like we are going to fucking pound.
I don't know. I think I might have to be rooting for Real Madrid to win it all. Just so that Zidane doesn't get canned, and so Arsenal have a better chance at signing Odegaard this summer, because Zidane doesn't like Odegaard, and
they're not signing. Oh my god, dude! We are absolutely crowbarring these. They couldn't even deal with Shakhtar. They can't deal with the press at all. That geriatric Modric in midfield. He's gonna need an oxygen tank by the time he leaves. Like that, Modric was never particularly athletic, even in his fucking prime.
It's true,
right?
Yeah, that's not what he was fit for.
We're gonna fucking sick Henderson on him, and he's gonna dog walk him across the fucking.
Brad, how do you feel about your quarterfinal matchup?
I'm excited. This is Chelsea's best chance to get to a final since 2012. Since we last won the cup. I'm for this. We got super lucky with this draw. City, Bayern, PSG, all on the other side. So,
watch them get caught.
Yeah, so it's funny.
I know, right? Let's be real, because this is the easiest chance that we have for the finals, and we're gonna blow it.
This is gonna be another hideous fucking game too.
It's going to be.
You're right. Out literally the Portuguese fucking Conte. He's gonna play just dire football, and Chelsea's gonna play Jorginho, so they're not gonna do shit. And so
Jorginho's hurt apparently.
He'll be back.
Hope not.
By the way,
Kovacic in the middle.
This is gonna be butt cheeks game to watch.
Who do you guys have going out on the other? The other two ties are it's Dortmund, City, Bayern, PSG.
Haaland wants to score big goals for his new team. Timsy's face there was priceless. You guys definitely need to check out this YouTube video just for that face right there. And then Bayern does what Bayern does.
Y'all ever remember a good Lukaku goal? Like an important Lukaku goal? Ever? I don't either.
Didn't he have one for Haaland? I think he had one in the World Cup against. I mean, you're gonna laugh at this, but I said he had an important one against the USA in the World Cup.
Yeah, he did.
See, I knew that
it was the extra time.
I got the eye roll and you got the face slap. This is pretty good, back to back.
Haaland's a good goal scorer, right? And he's a very good player, especially for his age. He's very good. But BR's PR team needs to be I can't handle another fucking Messi Ronaldo bullshit. I just can't. And they need to stop throwing fire on this because it's going to eventually lead with Haaland turning into the next Jovic at Real Madrid. All right,
I'm okay with that. I'm alright with that.
No, I cannot wait till we leave this fucking era of two superstars. I'm tired. When is this going to end, Robbie?
I'm tired, Robbie. Okay, but no one gave me a prediction.
I did.
Oh,
I said City and Bayern.
City are going to absolutely fucking clap Dortmund.
Yes.
And PSG is going to blow chunks into Bayern. Bayern's not making out of this.
Interesting.
Really?
They can't even make it out of fucking Mainz. They're not making it out of this.
Oh, who'd they have this weekend? They went down to 10 men and beat them 4-0. I watched that game. Stuttgart?
Dog, there's some team
Not
called
Stuttgart.
Banfield. There's some team called Banfield in the Bundesliga, alright? That is not a real league. That is a money laundering scheme. You cannot convince me that's a real league.
All right. So if you've got who do you have going to the final then?
Liverpool versus PSG.
Okay, Brad.
Chelsea versus City.
Oh, you have City beating Bayern, Brad.
I do. Chelsea versus City.
How bad would that feel to lose to City in the Champions League final? I'd feel real bad, man.
Bro, they're used to this. Getting battered by City in a cup final, bro. This is standard Chelsea behavior.
It's football heritage, as
they're no longer the it girl in high school. They're now the past it county.
All right. Let's Sean, we'll switch this to the right side, the right column of videos here. Sean, let's talk about the Europa League. So Arsenal drew racism in the quarterfinals. Who did Spurs draw? Because you guys had a 2-goal aggregate lead going into that second leg. You guys clearly handled Kiev, right? Or Zagreb.
It was Zagreb.
Zagreb, my bad.
We drew the third seed in the Audi Cup next year. Preseason.
Tell me about that game. What happened, man? How is it?
I don't know.
How is it that the Spurs players didn't get up for a round of 16 match in a European competition? How is it how is that possible?
It isn't possible. This is heritage.
I know we're all gonna get the Giorgio Chiellini meme out, and we're gonna that tie was in the bag.
When they scored the first goal, I was like, "Here it is. This is."
Are there any leaders in that team?
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be Kane.
Okay, but we all know Kane.
It's supposed to be. He's just not.
Yo, I saw a tweet about how they're going to start bringing Kane out to do the talk show circuit when he retires. Otherwise, nobody's going to remember that he was a great goal scorer. He's going to be Alan Shearer. Nobody's going to remember he scored so many goals.
I'd be livid.
I guess that would be Højbjerg if there was anyone.
How is there not a single player that just picks the entire team up and just starts slapping people in the dressing room? I don't get it.
We don't.
Well, y'all need some hard.
It would have been Vertonghen, but he's gone. I don't think Toby has it in him. Toby doesn't have it in him.
Yeah, I don't think Alderweireld has it in him. Alderweireld's a good partner. He's not a main center back.
Yeah, it would have been Vertonghen.
That's just
wow.
But Reece ain't going to do it.
Yeah.
Who else?
Dire Smacks fans, not his own teammates.
Well, he and we all watched All or Nothing, and we saw him and Dele Alli get into it after that one game.
Well,
the only leader the Spurs team is Son Min-hyun.
Yeah, I was thinking that he seems like the guy who is
he's the only one who's upset.
Maybe him and Lucas Moura, those might be the two.
Lucas Moura is Brazilian, so he's here for the vibes.
But he's not I don't know. I think that there's. Okay.
Ollie's fiery, but let's be honest. When he's getting fiery, who's listening to him and taking it to heart?
He's got that. Yeah. So, I don't know. I had to get that dig in.
It was amazing.
That was so much comedy. It's the most predictable thing.
It was predictable.
Pure comedy.
It's classic.
Every time I get confidence, that's what happens. Because I felt confident after the Arsenal loss. I was like, yeah, We'll go.
This is the mind-blowing thing to me. You had been melancholy. You had been melancholy for weeks about 3 straight Tottenham wins, being upset and melancholy about it. And then you came on last week and were like, I feel good about a loss. And I'm just like, what is going on? I didn't understand. I still don't understand.
He's used to taking a beating.
I guess so. All right, boys. It is time to put things.
One more thing.
Okay, hold on. Pause. Listeners,
you're stealing my gimmick.
Listeners, it's not time.
I'm still continuing my pattern observation that United can only play 1 game a week.
Okay.
They beat Milan and got clapped by Leicester.
That's true.
Absolutely clapped, start to finish. Like Leicester bullied them.
But Leicester's a better team than United. So
yeah, but I mean, it doesn't matter. They can only play 1 game a week. They beat City.
It's true.
They can only play 1 game.
That's a fair point.
You stole my gimmick there.
All right.
What gimmick?
All right, boys. Interrupting me. That's his gimmick. Brad's gimmick is being rude.
I thought Brad's gimmick was not supporting his local.
Might be. Gentlemen, someone get out a piece of paper and some pen, because we are putting things down on paper. We are putting our name next to it in writing. In May, we're all going to make fun of each other for the things that we got wrong. This is bold predictions.
Can we talk about how we're all sitting at a computer and Sean pulls up his pad and his pen and was like, I'm here for the notes.
Yo, you don't have a pad of paper by your computer?
Don't. I have a pen. I don't have a notepad.
Brad can't write.
That's true.
I don't even remember the last time I wrote something physically by hand.
Why don't we put it? Are we putting it in the notes, or are y'all gonna actually write this down? Because I'm not.
A buddy that specifically, I'll write it down. A buddy that specifically works from home now, and only types emails and never actually takes notes. We talked about that the other day about how when it goes back, I wonder how awful my handwriting's going to be. I don't think I've written anything in a while. Nobody writes checks.
I write checks. I write lots of checks all the time. But to be fair,
old man,
my handwriting has been garbage. It didn't get any worse becoming a stay-at-home dad, and it's not. I can't get any worse.
Yeah,
I could just mistype and misspell words in text messages to you guys.
Yeah,
convenient.
Very convenient.
That one was really funny when I saw it.
And I'm like, I don't know what that means.
When I read that back the second time, I just started laughing. All right, Sean, this is your segment, bro. You are the host now. I'm the pundit.
All right, we're gonna just rapid fire. Just a couple of goofy questions. Who's finishing 4th? Brad, go.
Chelsea. Chelsea's locking down the 4th spot still. I don't see the table change.
They're sitting in 3rd, and he thinks they're finishing.
They're sitting in 4th.
They're in 4th right now.
They're in 4th.
Pain, suffer.
James, what you got?
Arsenal.
Okay. Jamesy? Who's finishing 4th?
Everton Football Club.
All right.
Wow. You can tell he's depressed.
Nope. I am angling for the big picture.
I like it.
And I am going to go Leicester.
Oh, Leicester's dropping to 4th. Interesting.
Oh, yeah. All right, 18th. Who's getting relegated? Who's getting kicked out of here?
Are we doing 5th or not?
Oh, you want to do 5th?
I thought I was just.
I just threw it on there. Who's going to Sparopa?
Can we call it Sparopa? I thought they were out.
That's the United fan that I also have another text with. That's what he calls Europa. It's Sparopa.
Let's go in the same order. So Brad, you go.
All right, Brad.
He's got to look at the table to see who's in the.
I got to look at the table. Let's do Arsenal. Let's say Arsenal 5th.
I got Spurs 5th.
Jamesy?
Chelsea Football Club.
Wow.
All right.
So we can knock Everton out for you?
I am also going Spurs.
So we can take Everton out of the Champions League for you?
You're not taking Everton out of the Champions League.
We're taking Everton
out of the Champions League. And then when we get the trophy.
You ain't winning that either. You're getting clapped by Porto. No.
All right. 18th. Who's getting relegated, boys?
Brad?
Newcastle. I'm on the Sean train with this one. Newcastle United.
I'm taking Fulham.
Tamsy?
Do it, Tamsy.
Oof.
No spine.
I'm sticking to my guns. I've been saying Newcastle for 8 weeks.
I've been saying Newcastle for 8 weeks.
It's been like 10, but 12.
Episode 1.
All right. I changed it up. Golden Boot. What do we got on Golden Boot, boys? Brad?
Dad bod Kane. Let's go.
Dad bod Kane.
Dad bod Kane keeps it.
Keeps it? I don't think he's won it in 4 years.
He's number one right now.
It's been 4 years. That's spot on. Yeah.
No,
and he's
won one in 4 years.
He certainly didn't win it last year, Brad.
And he's number one right now is what I'm saying. Sorry, he's number one right now.
We don't believe
Hangs
you.
on to it, I think, is what you were going for.
We don't believe you. I'm taking, and this is going to help support Tamseed's claim of Everton 4th. Calvert-Lewin.
Tamsy?
You lot are sitting here doubting the single best player in the Premier League right now.
We're shading him.
We just threw all that shade.
All of London is just butthurt because he just absolutely rocks on you. Right? It's fucking Mohamed Salah, and nobody else is coming close.
I actually already wrote Salah before he even said it.
Oh my god, we are here for 3 golden boots. Let's go.
Who you taking, Sean?
I really wanted to talk myself into Bamford.
No, please put down Bamford. No, put down Bamford.
Do it.
But I'm gonna mix it up. I'm going Bruno Fernandes.
Penalty season is back, boys.
Let's go. Down the stretch.
I was gonna say
PKs every game.
I was gonna say if you put Bamford, I'll put Bruno. But you can have Bruno, that's fine.
He's just too far down. I think he's got 13 or 14 with the leaders at 17. I just don't think he can. Bamford can't make it up.
He'll get enough shots.
That's true.
He's just not going to make them. He's going to have the shots, that's for sure.
I think
he's got a chance.
I think Leeds have a tough run in, though, if I'm not mistaken. So
I can check.
No, it's not important. We're doing
Okay.
predictions.
Rapid fire.
It's predictions time.
All right. So we've got European predictions, Champions League. Well, we just kind of did that. Didn't we? Who's winning? Oh, not the winners. Who's winning the Champions League, Brad?
Chelsea's bringing the cup back home to London.
Delusional.
Okay. James?
PSG.
Pochettino, really?
Did you see the pain there? Did you see the pain in Sean's face as he realized what you did?
On the outside, I skirt. On the inside, I hurt.
Yeah, pretty much. Can you imagine the pain of just watching him lift that trophy?
Oh, I think it would feel good.
For you?
I think it would feel great.
It's just a whole bag of salt.
It's a dump truck full of salt. We're just gonna pour on you next when that happens.
Who you got winning?
All right. The last time Ronaldo and Messi
here we go.
weren't in the Champions League quarterfinals was 2005.
Oh, really? Tamsin, hold on. Wait, Tamsin, where was the final in 2005?
Where was the final?
I don't know. Tell me.
It's the Kemal Atatürk Stadium.
In Istanbul?
The signs.
Oh my.
The signs.
Yo, I have another question. Was water wet in 2005?
Did the Uncharted games come out? I don't know if we developed that technology yet.
I don't know.
Water may have been dry.
Okay, cool.
We need to consult Naughty Dog.
Was water wet?
All that water did was just prove what inevitable is.
So tell us.
It's a Liverpool Champions League win. Number 7 is coming home. See, we're gonna win number 7, and then next year, Milan are going to be in the Champions League, and then we're going to meet in the final for 8. Champions League writers are thinking long term here. This is long term storytelling. All right, like
they're like 2 or 3 seasons ahead.
This is the slow burn.
This is building. This is building.
All right, Sean, who's taking home the big silver cup?
Old big ears.
Dortmund.
Holland's kicking them to the finals. Let's go. I'm here for this.
They got City this week. Well, it's not this week. It's next week.
Yeah.
It's not next week either because we're still
whatever. April. It's early April. Yeah. All right. Whenever that is.
It's early April. That's when early April is.
Yes, a couple weeks. The City are going to lose this week. They don't make it to the final. That's what they do. They lose.
Collapsed by Dortmund. It might be it for Guardiola's legacy.
That's what.
Yeah.
They just lose in the Champions League. That's what they do.
That might absolutely finish Baldy. He might fully retire after this.
Yeah, that one would be bad.
He's going to start losing his facial hair and not have a goatee anymore.
Yeah. He's going to come out looking like an egg. When he met Juventus at the end.
That, it might be written in the stars. A couple seasons.
Yeah, a couple of seasons frauding it up at Juventus.
Do we want to go through Euro? I don't even know what.
The Europa League?
I think
I don't know what is it, 16 left right now?
No, we're in the round of 8.
They all are.
It's in the quarterfinal.
Yeah.
I can tell you 6. I don't know who's on the other side of the United Granada game. I forget.
That's Ajax Roma.
Ajax Roma. That's right.
Yep.
Ajax.
If Arsenal make another final and they lose to another English team, this might be it. This might actually be. If they go up to the final and lose to United, this might actually be it.
So it's funny you bring that up. So Brad and I were talking about this before you guys got here. I was like, give me a 2-leg tie against this United team any day of the week. I would take them in a 2-leg tie. I don't want them in the final.
One-off?
No, one-off? I don't want them in the final.
One-off penalty shithouse, like...
Yeah, that's not what I want.
This might be it. It might actually be it.
Brad, Brad's first. Who's gonna win the final?
Roma.
It's really on.
Roma. Let's go random.
He just picked one.
He doesn't.
He just picked
3 Roma players.
Nope.
Name 3 Roma players.
I don't think I can.
They have 2 United legends. Henrik Mkhitaryan and Chris Smalling.
Is Gervinho still swerving around on the wing out there?
No. He plays for Udinese. Is Udinese or Parma? Parma?
I think it's Parma.
I think it's Parma,
yeah. James, what you got?
I've got an Arsenal-Manchester United final. Arsenal winning.
Okay. I just started writing Man United.
I can also see a situation where Arsenal and Villarreal are going to be the semifinal, and it's going to be the return of Emery, and that could possibly be a United Villarreal final. But I'm sticking to the canon.
Unai Emery, if he ends up beating Arsenal, the cap. Like, that's it. Football peaked. That's it.
Arsenal Twitter will be the best thing ever.
Dude, yes. Oh my god. I'm just going to post pictures of Unai Emery to every time they bring up talks about the Invincible again.
Him holding the ball.
Yeah. Dude, my favorite one is when they're switched so the ball is holding it.
Alright. I guess Tamzid, who's going to win the Europa League?
Ooh, Unai Emery, let's go. I forgot Villarreal were in the Europa League.
I actually
but now that they're in the same bracket as like Arsenal, dude, Unai Emery, let's go.
I was debating between the 2 Spanish leagues, the 2 La Liga teams, because they care more about Europa than anybody else.
Not Ajax?
I think they probably care as a club more about Champions League, but they'll take a cup.
I think Ajax can beat United.
I think they can as well, but
yeah,
Ajax can beat United.
Once they lose to Roma.
What's next on the list?
The rest of them we don't have to write down. So I want to go to some fun stuff. Best or favorite goal from the year. and a brief description. Brad, what do you got?
All right, I got 2.
What? No, best. Best is one.
Favorite.
Best is one.
Best favorite, whatever.
2.
No, best is one, Brad. Pick one.
No, pick one.
Fine. The best right back in English football, the starting right back for England, Reece James' first goal against Brighton Hove Albion.
Isn't that his only goal this season?
That is his only goal.
It sounds like he made it count.
But
it's going to be really funny when Trippier starts on Tuesday.
I just wanted to see the salt in Timsy's face as I said
Dude,
that.
We got a Champions League to win. I'm glad my fucking players didn't go with England.
He's not going to be salty. You don't want him in there.
Yeah.
Fuck it. England suck. That's an embarrassment. Like, I'm gonna send my players out there to get embarrassed in the summer.
But the real goal of the season was Giroud's. But continue.
Well, you can't.
I did. I said it. I said 2. I got 2 by y'all.
How do you do this?
You're the
I
worst,
do
Brad.
it.
All right,
James, what do you got?
I'm taking the Arsenal number 34 from a free kick
Set piece
against
I thought you were
your
going to go
boys, Brad. Xhaka free kick against Chelsea in December.
Near post free kick.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna be it.
It was a magnifique.
Yeah. Jamesy, what do you got?
Salah goal against Leicester.
Yeah.
With the Firmino back heel.
That one was good.
That was a fantastic goal for such a shit result.
Yeah, that was a good goal.
That was a fantastic goal.
I got his. It actually, I knew the goal. I just forgot the team. It happened to be against. First and only goal for Tottenham. A drop to outside the box, about 35 yards, middle. Højbjerg. Outside the foot, side net.
That was a fucking cannon.
Rocket. First and only goal.
That was a great goal. That was an absolute cannon. Also in a terrible result.
Yeah, exactly.
Pain all around.
So this one's a fun one too. Who is the worst player on your team that plays a lot?
Jorginho.
Okay.
Write it down like 10 times.
All right, James.
There's so many to pick from Arsenal.
There is one. No, there's a big one.
All right. So this is.
Does it start with G and end with Granit Xhaka?
But W, and he plays every game by contract.
Oh, Willian. Yes, he plays every game. Yes, of course.
All of those are good options. Another good option is David Luiz. That's a good option. Interestingly enough, this season a good option is Hector Bellerin. He hasn't been playing very well this year. But yeah, it's clearly
that man hates trees.
It's clearly Granit Xhaka.
Hector Bellerin hates trees.
That's my favorite Arsenal meme. Is it's the Michael Jordan "fuck them kids" meme, but it's just Bellerin's face and it says "fuck them trees."
Fuck them trees. That man hates trees.
I will say this about Xhaka. I like the guy. He seems like a decent human being, and he gets too much crap on the internet, and I'm giving him crap on the internet, and so I feel bad about that. But the worst player that plays a lot, he plays a lot for us.
Bellerin.
No, Xhaka.
He has the goal of the season, but is also the worst player of the season.
Well, to be fair, we were talking about the goal of the season, and I mentioned to you guys that I wasn't going to be able to pick. I couldn't pick one; it would be too difficult. So it was the first video that I watched, and then I realized the ancillary benefits of choosing that goal. For this question that was coming after it, and the fact that it was scored against Chelsea, and I just stopped looking. So there might be better ones, but there were too many benefits.
Tamsy, who you got?
Oh, Genie one item.
Well, he's already a Barcelona player. So
my dude's here for his playlist updates now. He ain't here for anything else. Genie one item has mentally checked out. Like fucking months ago. He checked out in the summer.
Yeah.
Genie Van Item is now here for the vibes. He's just lucky we can't play any other midfielder.
Sean, who you got?
I've got a couple. but it's
Eric one.
Dyer. It's Eric Dyer.
Yeah.
When I look at the starting lineup and there's Eric Dyer at center back, I think, crap. That's what.
It's just one word, crap.
Yep. I know it's not a necessity because better than Sanchez, but I don't know.
Eric Dyer is the other side of the same coin that is James Milner.
Just like football intelligence, James Milner, football.
Yeah, Milner plays like fucking 9 roles, and he's good at every one of them. Like, he's at least adequate at every one of them. And fucking Dyer plays like 6 or 7 roles, and he's bad at every one of them.
They should strap some gloves on Eric next week and see how.
Yeah, just May as well. Could be better than Lloris.
Maybe.
And then the last one, I'll coin flip to you, whichever one you want to talk about. I kind of switched this up. MVP or most improved player, if you want to go that route. Whichever you want to pick. Brad?
Money Mace. Let's go. Mason out.
You think?
Which one is Money Mace? MVP?
What's up? I didn't hear you.
Which one? Is he most improved or MVP?
Probably both.
James, who you got?
Saka.
I think that was an easy answer.
And that's for most important, most valuable.
Yeah.
Most improved.
So what's your
most improved? Maybe Luis. If I compare him from last season to this season,
I think you literally just called him shit 5 minutes ago.
I did, but the thing is, like, that was more of like he
was a bigger pile of shit.
He just vibes on the shit house. But like he's actually been really solid for us this year, and so like if you're comparing it year to year, if you're talking to me about like who's made the biggest leap, it's clearly Emile Smith-Rowe.
Yeah,
but like
I thought you were gonna say.
But that's because you went from nothing to something, and like nothing to a lot in his case. But like it's kind of weird because like most improved is a weird thing with like youth team players because like.
You kind of expect them to.
They don't have like a base of something that you can compare it to, other than like academy games, and those like hardly count. So like, Emile Smith-Rowe has had the biggest like delta between his 2 seasons, last year and this one. But if I'm comparing like last season's results, like who played last season and who's playing this season, and like who was dog shit last season and who is less dog shit this season. Luis has had a really good season, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I'm still taking Saka for the question.
Timsy, who you got?
MVP, Mohamed Salah. And most improved player is Robertson. That man went on another level this year.
Interesting.
Andrew Robertson's just been an absolute...
He was not bad last year.
Yeah. Oh, no, he was already world class, but then he went up another level. This year, probably because we got a right back, but it turns out probably because we got a left back. But it turns out we didn't actually get a left back. We got a fisherman from a Greek island somewhere, and he just vibes.
Okay.
Turns out he's not really actually useful, but that did light a fire under him, so he did end up going even better.
My MVP's. I've got to go some. He's the engine. He's the engine of the offense, whether he's scoring the goals or not. He's making the runs. He's pulling defenders. He's opening up space. He's the engine of the offense.
Yeah, 100%.
Most improved. I think I've got to go Serge Aurier because he was not good last year. I mean, he got.
Is Serge Aurier, or are you gonna say? I thought you were gonna say Højbjerg was your MVP.
That's what I thought too.
Well, yeah, I debated,
but like most improved.
Yeah.
Nobile is a really good one. I
feel like Aurier looks good because he has to be next to Doherty.
And you're comparing him. You're comparing
but Aurier, I mean, you remember those Liverpool games last year? Aurier got embarrassed. That was not good. We were about to ship him back to Paris. But yeah, I did debate with those two between Son and Højbjerg, and between Aurier and Ndombele. But Ndombele didn't get a lot of time last year on the field because he was so not connected in training and out of shape. And Mourinho just didn't like him. So I guess for that aspect, for getting his crap together and being on the field a lot, that maybe most improved. But just with how bad Aurier was last year, I had to.
Okay. Well, thank you for those questions, Sean.
Yeah,
that was fun.
You know how I know Chelsea are getting clapped by Porto?
How?
Because Brad picked Mason Mount as his MVP instead of the actual MVP for Chelsea Football Club for the past 4 years.
Olivier Giroud.
Hey. Absolutely. Like, you don't beat Atletico without Giroud.
It's true.
You might not get out of the group stage without his quadruple.
Yeah, right? Yo. Who is Mason?
All right.
Zero assists.
So that's all we have for tonight. That's what we had planned. Guys, thanks for listening. Listeners, this was supposed to be a 30-minute episode, and now we're up to 50 minutes already. Okay.
I got one more trivia.
Oh, great. Perfect. Thank you, Brad.
So
hit us.
buried. Shawnee over there.
What happened in 2008, Brad?
No, it's not about 2008. This is what other English clubs have lost to Croatian teams in UEFA competitions?
Like just hold on, just straight lost at any point?
So,
or like
have played at least 4 games against Croatian clubs.
And lost all of them, I'm assuming.
No, not lost all of them. But there's 2 other clubs that have lost games in UEFA competitions against Croatian teams.
I'm going to guess.
And they are both in the Premier League.
I don't know. Arsenal and Liverpool.
West Ham, Aston Villa?
I'm taking Arsenal and United.
So if you guys combine your answers, you actually got them correct. It's Arsenal,
of course,
and Aston Villa.
Yeah.
And there's a West London team that has not lost to a Croatian club. Fulham. Y'all didn't expect
that was a good plot twist at the end.
Yeah, I was expecting there to be Chelsea there.
I knew exactly what you guys are thinking, and that's why I did it that way. That's why I said it that way.
So, hold on. What was the criteria for this? They had to have played a Croatian team at least 4 times, and they've lost to a Croatian team at least 4 times.
They have played a Croatian club in 4 or more matches in UEFA.
And have lost one game?
Let's see. Arsenal has lost 2. Aston Villa has lost 2. Tottenham has lost 3.
Okay. Well, I mean, like Arsenal are a good guess because, like, I remember there were. I feel like how many games have we played against Croatian teams? Because I feel like it's a lot.
I'm sure there was a Nicholas Bentner disaster class somewhere.
Somewhere, right?
6.
Yes. Yeah, the Spurs are also a safe bet because Spurs.
Because Spurs.
But Croatian teams are
because
still
we're always in Europa.
But Croatian teams are in the Champions League as well in the group stage. So like, that's why I feel like Arsenal.
You've been clapped by Zagreb once before.
I mean, we've been in
memory jogging in your head.
How many years have we? Yeah, basically. But like Arsenal.
An Arshavin miss somewhere.
Don't rag on my boy Arshavin.
Yep.
All right. Well, back to getting back on task here. That was all we had. This was meant to be a 30-minute episode. That's now almost an hour. So it's just what we do. But to my left, that's at KS Brad G, the most obnoxious Chelsea supporter in the world. Down below me is at Whiteheart_Sean. Diagonally across from me, beefing with Arsenal this week on Twitter, is at Firmino's Dentist. I'm at James Tiffany on Twitter. This is the Red Card Radio podcast. We are at redcard_radio.
There you go.
Tweet at us on the Twitter and all that stuff. Check us out on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the sub notification bell, all those things. Share it with a friend if you thought it was good. Share it with a friend if you thought it was bad.
Share if you support Juventus.
Yeah, you share if you support Juventus, share if you support Newcastle, share if you're a hockey supporter. We just tell your friends.
Share if you think the Invincibles are crap.
All right.
Share if you support your locals.
Okay.
Support your locals.
This is Red Carp Radio. We'll be back next week with something. I don't know what it is, but there will be something.